What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Star Vision YouTube channel. My name is Sebastian, and let's get right into it. Week 5 is here. The Dallas Cowboys are taking on Coach Clapp. I meant the New York Giants. Starting with the injury report. The Dallas Cowboys side, there's some really bad news. Starting left tackle Tyron Smith is undergoing season-ending neck surgery. This is a brutal loss for the Dallas Cowboys now with both their starting offensive tackles out for the year. Also, starting center Joe Looney, he is out this week dealing with a knee injury he hurt last week against the Browns. Moving on to the Giants injury report. For the most part, the Giants are healthy going into this Week 5 divisional game. So let's get started with this week's matchup. I'm going to be breaking down the New York Giants offense and defense individually. Throughout, I'm going to emphasize how the Dallas Cowboys need to approach this week's matchup against the Giants. So moving on to the New York Giants offense, coached by offensive coordinator Jason Garrett, old friend of ours, former head coach, former offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys, as we all know, Jason Garrett. So his offensive scheme is simple. Establish the run on first downs, multiple tight end sets, play action, and for the most part, very predictable. When I was watching Cowboys games these past few years, it was fun just predicting what the play is going to be before the play happens. It was just fun. It was simple. It was easy to catch on. So their starting quarterback, Daniel Jones, he's a young quarterback. His first 2 years, he's continuing to have turnover problems. Through 4 weeks, he already has 2 fumbles and 5 interceptions. Daniel Jones has the ability to take off and run. He is a quick quarterback. He gets you 15 yards on when the pocket collapses. And yeah, with Jason Garrett, he has a lot of potential. Jason Garrett was a former quarterback. He helped develop. He was a huge impact on Dak Prescott's development. So hopefully that relationship is still young right now. Hopefully it can improve because Daniel Jones has a lot of potential. Moving on to the run game. Once Saquon Barkley tore his ACL early on in the season, they went out and signed 2-time Pro Bowler, former Atlanta Falcons running back, Devontae Freeman. He is the main running back. He's going to expect him to have the majority of the workload. He's still new to the system, so it's only been a few weeks, so expected. I mean, he shouldn't have that big of an impact. Our linebackers, the Dallas Cowboys linebackers, they need to step up this week. Honestly, the linebackers, the whole defense has been bad, but our linebackers haven't been impressive at all. Joe Thomas, he showed some promise, but Jalen Smith, we need you to step up. You're more talented than this. You need to perform better in this defensive scheme. Hopefully we can use Jalen Smith more blitzing, because Jalen Smith he's very talented. He just looks lost most of the time. So hopefully just give him one task, that's to rush the passer, because he's really good at that. So our defense has been struggling as a whole, but hey, the Giants have only scored 3 touchdowns this year and some field goals. So this is a week to bounce back. Moving on to the passing attack. They have a trio of wide receivers with Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard coming back from IR this week, and Golden Tate. So that's a solid group, if you ask me, along with their great tight end, Evan Ingram. He is very quick. He's a pass-catching tight end. He's gave the Dallas Cowboys fits in the past, so expect him to have a big game, especially with Jason Garrett as their offensive coordinator. Jason Garrett loves using his tight ends, and he should have a breakout game this week. Now the Cowboys secondary. Some good news on the defense. Starting cornerback Anthony Brown is back this week, returning from IR. Much needed help in that secondary. So expect the cornerbacks to be Anthony Brown, Trevon Diggs, and Jordan Lewis. So great time for Anthony Brown to come back after watching the past few weeks. Our secondary, they've been struggling all year. This is the week, if any week, this is the week to start getting turnovers. Daniel Jones is careless with the ball. He has trouble holding onto the ball in the pocket. And if we could get one turnover, that'd be huge, because that's one more turnover that we had in the past few weeks. What else? The offensive line, they invested heavily on this unit, but it has yet to pan out. This past draft, they drafted Andrew Thomas with the 4th pick, second rounder, Will Hernandez at left guard, center, Gates, former Pro Bowler Kevin Zeitler at right guard, and then former Cowboy Cam Fleming. So he is not impressive at all. So these defensive ends, they need to make Daniel Jones uncomfortable, because, like I said, he's careless with the ball. So if we could get some takeaways this week, that'd be huge. Defensive ends, DeMarcus Lawrence, he tends to have huge games against the New York Giants. So hopefully he comes to play. He hasn't had a sack in the past 11 games, which is unacceptable. Everson Griffin has not been impressive this year. Alden Smith, has 4 sacks, the most on the team. So hopefully he can boost that number up this week. Our defensive tackles, they've been atrocious against the run, getting just pushed around, and Dontari Poe has been a huge disappointment this year. Tristan Hill has showed some flashes, but he has not been good against the run. Antoine Woods, hopefully we use him more, because we need some players to play good. So overall, expect a basic offensive scheme run by Jason Garrett. We're familiar with the scheme, so we shouldn't have that much problems. Daniel Jones, like I said, he can be effective with time, but that's just a matter of getting to the quarterback and just creating pressure. Again, this defense needs to bounce back this week, because our confidence is so low. We need to boost it up a little, and this is the perfect week. Moving on to the defense. The Giants run a 3-4 defense. Their defense is not impressive at all. Offenses have been scoring at will against this defense. Their defensive line, Dexter Lawrence, Dalvin Tomlinson, their one technique, and Leonard Williams. All 3 of these players are great against the run. They are not the best pass rushers, but they could get to the quarterback. They're big and strong. They're gonna hold their gaps. So a thing to watch is our offensive line. The Dallas Cowboys offensive line, very banged up. And our interior starting center, Tyler Biadasz, making his first career start. Should be interesting. I'm excited. Off the top of my head, I think hopefully Zach Martin plays right tackle, because Terrence Steele is horrible. So hopefully the right tackle is Zach Martin. Right guard, Connor McGovern. Center, Tyler Biadasz. Left guard, Connor Williams. And left tackle, Brandon Knight. To me, that's the best combinations we can put out there this Sunday. And hey, it's a good week to try. If you ask me, it's against the Giants. Moving on to the Giants linebackers. Their big investment this offseason was to acquire middle linebacker Blake Martinez. He is a former Green Bay Packers player. He's the leader of that defense. And their outside linebacker, they invested heavily on him in the 3rd round, Lorenzo Carter. So keep an eye out for those two. And hopefully the Dallas Cowboys can establish the run. These past 3 weeks, we've been down heavily and could not get into our offensive scheme. We just been slinging the ball 50 times a game, and that's just not how you win football games. That's playing catch up. So hopefully Zeke gets going this week against this weak defense. Moving on to the secondary. So they have invested in the secondary with cornerback James Bradbury, former Panthers. They paid him a lot. I believe he's getting like $16 million a year, which is ridiculous. And they signed Logan Ryan, former Titans player, and they have safety Jabril Peppers. So, I mean, they're not the best, but they're not the worst. So just average secondary. Expect a big day from our trio wide receivers in Cooper, Gallup, and CeeDee Lamb. Hopefully they eat. Hopefully this game isn't close. Hopefully our offense moves at will and just doesn't have any problems. So overall, the Giants defense is not impressive. Cowboys need to stop beating themselves with turnovers. Dak Prescott, hold on to the ball. These fumbles are careless. Just Zeke, you too, hold on to that rock. You shouldn't be fumbling. We paid you big money, so fumbling is just a fundamental skill. You just got to be better. So we shouldn't have problems moving the ball this Sunday unless the offensive tackle struggle. Well, Zach Martin, if he starts at right tackle, that's huge for the Cowboys. That's gonna buy Dak a lot of time, and just hopefully our offensive line impresses this week. Moving on to game expectations. So it's a home game, divisional game, at AT&T Stadium. So there's gonna be fans. Last weekend there's 25,000 fans. I wouldn't be surprised if there's more this week. Just huge momentum for the Dallas Cowboys. Our defense needs the crowd. I don't know. They're just not playing with effort. Just Mike Nolan hopefully picks it up. I don't know. Try some new defenses. So we expect the Cowboys to win because it's the Giants. They're not good. Their offense has not been good all year. They've only scored 3 touchdowns. So this should not be a close game if we execute and if we don't shoot ourselves in the foot. These turnovers on offense, giving our defense horrible field position, just can't win like that. A key matchup to watch is the Cowboys' interior offensive line, which is, well, I'm thinking Connor Williams, left guard, Tyler Biadasz, rookie, and then Connor McGovern has not seen the field at all, so he's going to make his first start. That's if Zach Martin plays right tackle. So our interior offensive line versus the Giants' interior defensive line. You know, they have some big bodies up there. So hopefully we create some holes in the run game, give Dak some time to pass, and that's just a key matchup to watch. Expect a big day by Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, if the Cowboys were winning, Dak Prescott is easily in the MVP discussion. So we need to get some wins. You know, this is a big week. Turn it around. Cannot afford to go 1-4. 2-3 sounds way better. Let's move on to the 3 things the Cowboys need to win this week. So we're back to the chalkboard, the whiteboard. Number 1, win time of possession. If we win this category, that means we're running the ball, we're keeping the offense on the field, and our defense, as long as our defense isn't on the field, that's a positive. That's a positive. So win this, and we have a big chance to win on Sunday. 2s, no offensive turnovers. Like I said earlier, the fumbles by Zeke and Dak, cannot have that. So let's have no turnovers. That's a good thing to practice. And then number 3, hopefully they show up against this guy. against this guy. Hopefully we show up. You know, we haven't seen this defense the past 3 weeks. 38 plus the past 3 weeks, so that's unacceptable. Defense, show up, please. We'll revisit this hopefully after we win against the Giants, a big divisional game. With that being said, make sure you guys follow my Twitter account at the Star Vision. I live tweet the game with my opinions or game updates, so give that a follow, please. And hit the like on this YouTube video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the Star Vision YouTube channel and hit the post notifications for updates when we post a new video. And yeah, see you guys Monday. Hopefully the Cowboys win. Stay safe and peace out.